You're listening to She's the Business podcast. We're so lucky to be living in this day and age when we have technology that can take care of so many things for us in our business and give us our time back. But it always amazes me how many business owners are still not making use of all of the great technology that is available, even the most simple ones. So today I'm sharing with you 5 of what I would call the no-brainer automations to implement in your business to give you some time back. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm your host, Jessica Osborne, and in my 23 years of business and marketing, I've built many brands to become multi-billion-dollar companies. And just in the last 10 years, I've built 2 online businesses of my own from my dining room table with 2 little babies running around at my feet. I've made it my mission to inspire you to get out of your own way and become the successful business owner who's living the lifestyle you really desire without all the hustle. This is She's the Business podcast, made by women for women. This is your weekly dose of motivation and inspiration. Hey guys, I hope you are well today. I was in my email system earlier today and I've hit 100 automations. So I thought that's a bit of a milestone and maybe I should base that on my life this week and give you a few tips on what to automate. I didn't think I was a particularly amazing automator or anything like that, but I had a call with the team at Active Campaign recently where they wanted to learn a bit more about what I was doing in my business and get some feedback from me or see if they could help me. And they called me a power automator or something along those lines, which was kind of funny to me because I'm essentially a one-woman business. I have got some VAs that work with me, but if they're comparing me to all of their clients and I'm a power automator, then that's pretty funny. So anyway, 100 automations, there's a lot going on. And I am a massive fan of automation when you have your own business at home because, our time is so scarce and, we've got a life. We want to live a life. We do not want to be working, especially when technology can do some of that for you and, really free up your time. So you're focused on the important stuff and not on admin. And then you don't also need to be necessarily having other staff doing things for you when you can have technology do it. Like, let's remove a bit of the human error out of things. It's not always fail-proof because technology can still have its moments and, automations can, have a bungle or stop working. But here are my top 5. So the first one for me would be your accounting system. If you can have an accounting system that automatically syncs with your bank accounts, PayPal, Stripe, wherever you're taking payments or making payments as well, and records it all in the system for you and even potentially categorizes those into your expense lines or income lines, that is an amazing time saver. You do not want to be sitting there line by line entering things on a spreadsheet every month when there are so many systems out there that can automate your accounting. So that for me is number 1. Please get on that if you are currently spreadsheet based. You don't need to be. Number 2 would be booking meetings for clients. So clients booking meetings with you, stopping all of that to and fro when you are just trying to find a time that suits or a day that suits and going back and forward via email or even over the phone. And then if they need to change it, they've got to call you or message you and change it. That is a thing of the past. There are plenty, again, of online booking systems that you can use, some of them for free as well, where people can select their own time. They can book themselves in, they can reschedule, they can cancel, all of that. I like to take mine a little step further than just the actual online booking system. I use Calendly, but there's quite a few other ones out there. I also have, that process when someone does book certain meetings with me, I then use my email marketing system to give them some pre-meeting communication and also post-meeting communication. So I have some automations that are set up to set off some pre-meeting correspondence with them. Not a lot. It's just that, hey, I'm really looking forward to that meeting. And I find that it's better for me to come from my own marketing system than to come from Calendly's system, because then that communication is sort of stored there as opposed to all in the one spot. So that's one of the things that I do, and that's part of my 100 automations I have in Active Campaign. A big one, what would be probably the bulk of my automation numbers in the system would be my onboarding sequences for clients. So every service that I sell, every online program, masterclass, course, whatever it is, even the different levels, have a separate onboarding sequence, because I'm very, very passionate about giving people the right information for them, it being really, really tailored. So it's a very personalized experience. It doesn't feel like an automation. It feels like this is me sending them an email with what they need to know. So, it does take a bit of time to do that for sure. But now that it's done and there, people sign up and they get the emails, they get all the information that they need. And I've even built in, check-ins, progress check-ins, follow-ups, all of those things. For my course, Business Jam, it's a 10-week overall program. The whole thing is run on automations where every week they get another email with what's happening that week, reminders about the group calls, all of those things. They're all automated. So, I did the initial work to set it up, but now that it's there, they get a fantastic experience. They get the communication, but I am not physically sitting there sending those emails to them every time. Number 4 would be a lead nurture program. So that's a nice big, high level sounding word. But what that means is things like your subscriber welcome sequence. If someone subscribes to your freebie, then what happens after that? What do you want them to get next? What sort of ongoing communication might you have? I do a little bit of spontaneous communication with my list, as well as some automated ones. So whenever somebody opts in for one of my free downloads or signs up to a program, they get a little series of emails that gives them the information they need to know and follows up with them after that. And then number 5 would be something I think a lot of businesses probably don't do, and that would be offboarding. So have a real think about, when somebody leaves or finishes, what should you be saying to them? How do you offboard them? Things like asking for a review or for feedback is a great thing to have in an offboarding sequence, because otherwise you forget about it. Time goes on and then you feel like it's too late to ask for the review. So definitely think about having that in your offboarding sequence. You might also have some things that would, administration wise, maybe it's their client folder, documentation, any of those things you can use to offboard them, and you can set that up in your program. So whether it's an email, it's a communication to them, or my little tool that I love to use that connects other systems like Google Drive and files and documents is a tool called Zapier. And you can do, I think, 5 automations for free on Zapier. So it's a fantastic platform to get familiar with. That's it for today. Just a really quick one. They were my 5 top things to automate in your business. Hopefully you've got all of those ticked. If you haven't, then there's a bit of food for thought there for you to look through and see which of the 5 you could look at automating to save yourself a bit of time, give yourself time back in your day to be doing other things or to be working on stuff that's going to bring your revenue in instead of administration. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments. I'm happy to share with you the names of any of the platforms that I use so that you can check them out as well. Okay, see you guys. Bye. So if you would like to improve the marketing of your business, then the first place we always start is with your ideal customer avatar. Now, my system for your ideal client is different to most. With my ultimate customer avatar worksheet, there are 35 questions to help you really deep dive into what your ideal client is currently thinking, feeling, and what their goals are, what they're doing in their buying behavior. Go to jessicaosborne.com/customer-avatar to download your free copy of my Ultimate Customer Avatar Worksheet today. And let's get started on defining who that ideal client really is.